Hey, welcome back to another episode of 4 Against Darkness Expanded Edition. We're dealing with my original crew here, Fennick's Peacemakers. As you know from the last video, they stayed a night at that Goblin-owned place. What is it? The Frog and Candle. So they were able to stay a night there, and they recuperated. And I did the health from at the end of the last video. So Rowan's at 5, Fennick's at 8, Jin's at 9, Sheila's at 4. We need to get Fennick back up, man. He's I think he's like 10 or 11 life points. So he's our brute, man. He's our barbarian. So this time we're trying to find Garen Holt. He's a guy. He's our quest giver. Our dude in Thossington told us that he's in Silverham, and that's where we're at. We're in Silverham, and I'm using the treacheries of the troublesome towns, Tomb 1 and Tomb 2, as for the adventure. So, and it is kind of, I think it's for upper level characters here, so it's pretty tough. And there's almost anything you could think of in these books. So they woke up from their sleep there. They all got a nice sleep there. They're going down in their breakfast, and they're noticing that the tavern's pretty jam-packed in the mornings, man. You got people in there getting ready. They have their breakfast before they head off to do whatever they do, work and all that, and whatever other adventures that's there. There could be some fellow crawlers or adventurers in there. So anyway, so they found a table and they're sitting there, and they got their breakfast and all that. So as they're sitting there, we're going to go ahead and roll in the Tavern Rumors. It's a D66 roll, and we'll have the Goblin come up. Irv the Goblin, the owner, he comes up to the table, and let's roll. Okay, it's a D66 roll. We'll have the blue be the 10s and the black be the 1s, and we got a 53. Irv comes up to the table there, and there's a sailor behind him, and Irv's like, "You're right here." The sailor walks up and he's all, "Oi, I've met a werewolf once, and I tell you, they're not themselves. It's a curse, a disease. You see, they don't realize what they are doing. If you go on a hunt to find one, try to capture instead. Their family will be much more grateful than if you bring back their head." Fennick's looking at him real hard and says, "You remind me of somebody. You remind me of, do you drive a mystery wagon? Or is it a van?" Rowan speaks up. "Yeah, and he usually has a dog and some scruffy looking guy with him. 2 hot babes though. Here, take a pint and leave." Sailor walks off. Yeah, I had to use that for a sailor, man. I don't have any miniatures, man, so he takes off. They started talking amongst themselves about this little rumor of a werewolf and all that, and then eventually they shrugged their shoulders and focused on their breakfast. And they've just about ready to finish up, and they're going to be heading on out. Okay, I'm going to have them walk out here in the streets. I'm going to ignore the symbols because they've already did the symbols there. So we'll just have them start to move out towards the streets to here. Marching order. I will have Fennick up front. I'll put Jin up front with Fennick. Rowan in the back with Sheila. Alrighty, man, I'm excited about this. We're going to roll for the town tiles table and see what they get into here. It's a D66, so again, we'll just do the blue to 10s, black to 1s, and we rolled a 34. Okay, 34 is this one here. We can actually attach this one. This will look great. It looks like we got buildings in the middle and one over on the corner here. This is all walkway here, but it looks pretty dang busy to me. Alrighty, got it all turned about and making it fit perfectly there. We've got this roadway or streets, walkways, whatever you want to call it, and colored in the walkways and the buildings and stuff. So we're ready to go. Well, I think the first thing we're going to do is, because I'm interested, this is a big building here, and we're right by the door. We just go one space up, and then we could go inside. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go inside and see what this is. Rolling a 2d6 on the shop table, and it's 4 plus 2 is 6. It's a food shop, which is going to be handy. Now we need to roll a 2d8 to see what the specialty is, and it's 2 plus 7 is 9. It is 8 through 10 is vegetables. Oh my goodness, this is kind of cool here. I looked it up. Food shop. It said vegetables on the roll, but also you could go to food and victuals, and there's a table and on the back of Tome 2 where you can roll for these victuals. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. These food shops offer exotic foods such as, I cannot pronounce these words, Enostrian cheese or Bazarian honey for D3 gold per portion. Each shop only sells one type of victuals. You can imagine what they are, or roll on the victual subtable, which I just told you about. It's the zillion subtables in Tome 2. Write the victuals on your character sheets if you buy any. Once per day, if you mix at least 3 different victuals, you can either heal 1 life or 1 madness. So there is a little bit of a plus to this kind of stuff. So anyways, so victuals, unlike normal food, do not spoil after a day. So the option is roll on the victual subtable under zillion subtables and see what kind of food you get. And if you mix up 3 of them, you could actually get a heal. You could heal 1 life or madness, which Rowan needs some healing. Okay, let's come up with a name for this food shop. I tell you what, this is one gigantic building for a food shop. I was kind of hoping I'd roll for something else, but we'll go with the dice. That's what the dice told me, and that's what it'll be. Name of the food shop is going to be the Gourd and Goblin Root Works. The owner's name is Bramble, and he's a gnome. He's a crusty retired gnome with twigs in his beard. The shop smells of rich earth where a bioluminescent moth lights the shelves. So it seems like it's going to be a special vegetable shop. Anyways, it's pretty interesting here. The group looked in there and they're like pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and buy some vegetables, just some regular vegetables right now, and we'll mix it up and we'll give Rowan healing of 1 life, I believe it is, and so he'll go from a 5 to a 6. So I'll roll D3 real quick. I need to buy 3 items, and there's 1, so there's 1 gold. Roll another. We only paid another gold, so 2 gold for the 2 items, and for the 3rd item, wow, we got away with pretty cheap with 3 gold, so awesome. We'll go ahead and mix it up and feed Rowan so he could heal up to 6 life points. Before they took off, Fennick surveyed the area one more time, and he noticed an interesting customer over in the back corner area. I'm going to use the Shadowdark book, and we're going to roll 2 d4s. First roll is a 3, and then when you roll the next one, and it's a 1, so 3, we go down. It's a goblin pirate. Interesting. Fennick just gives him a stare and then kind of grimaces at him because, you know, dwarves and goblins are really not buddies. They decide to move on outside. Now we got to roll a shop twist. 1 to 3, we have an encounter, so let's hope for 4 through 6. Come on. And we rolled a 2. Crap. Shop table shop twist is we roll 3d6 and add them up. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 5 is 10. Dishonest proposition. See entry 3 from the Book of Secrets. Oh, it's another quest to steal, kind of like what Rowan has, and I totally forgot that Rowan had a side quest to steal a unique item. So we got another one, it looks like. Looks like we're gonna be sidetracked again. I figured out how this works here. So it's not the random conditions table. I think that's been in the book here. It's actually quest conditions table, which is on page 118, and it's a 2d6 roll. Let's roll 2d6 real quick, and we got 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, our target will be in any over-city room at least 6 squares in size. So these buildings here, if there's a 6-square building, we'll find our target. The goblin pirate steps outside.
Hey, you 4. I have a proposition for you if you'd like to listen. It'll have a large sum of gold.
And obviously the 4 are interested. So they turn around and Fennick's like, speak up. And the goblin offers, I'll offer you 200 gold to steal this unique item. I don't care how you get it, but you must get it for me today. Fennick, well, we're interested, but what's your name?
Well, call me Glitch.
Glitch hands him kind of a drawing of what the target looks like.
Here, take this. This will give you an idea of what he, or maybe it, looks like. He likes to hang out in the bigger buildings, so do not check the small buildings. The bigger buildings he feels hidden.
Fennick grabs the paper, and all 4 of them look at it and study it. And then Fennick looks at him, where will we meet you? Glitch looks at him and says,
right here, with the gnome. Gnome is one of my friends here. but you have only today, so I suggest you hurry.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2d6 on the townfolk ethnicity table to see what kind of thing it is. So we'll do a 2d6, and 6 plus 1 is 7. Ooh, thankfully it's a human. Yeah, again, this book has everything. So this is the townfolk ethnic table. You roll a 2d6 to see what's the most dominant being in these towns. As you can see, I rolled a 7, so it's a human. So pretty cool. You got pallid skin, and then you roll if it's a halfling, elf, dwarf. I mean, you got avian folk. So you got hummingbird, jays, loons. Oh my goodness, just a lot. Let's move on. Okay, when we go look for this target, it says right here, quest targets are rooms of size 6 plus. Add a +1 to your roll, a 2d6 roll, for each previously visited room of that size since the start of your quest. If the result is 10 plus, the quest target has been found. Okay, forgive me, I keep saying rooms, but buildings with 6 squares in them. They're buildings, not rooms. I'm so used to the dungeon part of it. All right, we all know we're not going to this building here because inside there's a trimingo looking, pelican looking bird, whatever. So a 3-headed monster thing, and it's hanging out in there. So that's a no-go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, so we got our own tavern, and then right here, and I think that's the bakery right here. So we'll make our way over there. No, I can't remember when we encounter these icons. They are, and we don't repeat them again. I think we just keep moving on. I gotta check. Ugh, I was wrong. It says here the effect of map icons applies to each time you enter their square unless otherwise mentioned. To keep things simple, the content of a map icon reappears, aka respawns, each time you enter the same square again. Ugh. Because we're coming up on a star icon and we've already been there. And it says next time your party enters this square, roll on the random icon table and mark its new letter on the map. This letter counts as the icon's value in the future. Okay, the random icon table's on page 130, so it's a 2d6. And let's just roll right across this thing. And we got a 5 and a 4, so we have a 9. Oh my gosh, it's a strumpet. No, we're gonna pass on the strumpet tables because this is a kind of a family-friendly channel. So yeah, we'll move on. We will re-roll that one again. 2d6, and we get the 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, a beggar icon. Okay, beggars, they plead for a D3 times your party's highest class level in gold. If you refuse them alms, roll a D2 and 6 chance. Their reaction changes to pickpocket. Optionally, roll on the sad beggar story subtable. Let's do this, man. Let's make this interesting. We'll roll a D6 on the sad beggar story subtable. Okay, D6, and we rolled a 5. The beggar comes up to us and he explains he's a victim of corrupt officials. Boy, aren't we all? Here we'll roll a D3 and our highest class level for gold. And we give him 1 and plus 4 is 5. So D3 times, okay, so he's gonna get 5 gold pieces. And we keep moving on to this question mark and we'll see if we have to stop there or not. Oh yeah, those are random icon tables. Roll 2d6 and we have 2 plus 1 is 3. An entertainer. Ah. What kind of entertainers are we watching? We rolled a 6. A heretic. Oh my gosh, a heretic burning. Oh my goodness. And now we need to roll a d6 on the entertainer twist subtable. Okay, this is grotesque, dude. Watching someone burn right now. And we rolled a 3. 3 to 5. Sidetrack. The performance was enjoyable. Was it? A character of your choice spots a potential love interest. If you wish, make a level 4 seduction save. If successful, roll on the Naughty Congress table if you wish. If failed, nothing happens. In both cases, mark 1 hour pass. We're just moving on, man. Let's move it on. Okay, we reached building number 2, and it's the bakery, so we go inside. All 4 of them are inside, and they wave at the owner, Brig. He's the owner of Buns of Steel. And what do they see? Okay, we're gonna roll in that room there, or in that building. Keep saying room. And if the result is a 10 plus, we have found our target. We add a +1 to our roll for each previously visited room of that size since the start of our quest. So that means we can't add a +1 to this one yet. For future, we can. So if we find one at roll 2d6 and 10 plus, oh, we rolled an 8. Didn't find them. Alrighty, so we just waved at brig there and just said, we're just looking around. And we step back outside of the bakery. Now I have to roll a shop twist. A 1 to 3 is a shop twist, so we're hoping for a 4 to 6. I mean, you don't really have to if it's your game, but I'm just going by the rules here. So, all right, we're hoping for a 4 to 6 because I don't want to deal with a shop twist right now. And we rolled a 2 shop twist. Okay, gotta roll another 3d6 on the shop table shop twist, and 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 3 is 9. A strange letter. I think we got this one before, so I think that's how we ended up with that faction when we rescued that dude in the oubliette. So all right, it says roll on the random quest table. Okay, rolling. It's actually the Quests of Randomness table on page 122 of tome number 2 book of Treacheries of the Troublesome Towns. Anyway, so we're gonna roll a d6, and if we could throw it in the tray, is a 3. Roll on the Quests of Everyday table. Okay, d6 roll on the Everyday table, and it's a 3 again. Is this what's gonna happen? We're gonna roll 3s here. Convince them for me. You must go to the quest target's location. Roll a d6 plus 6 on the quest condition table. Then choose a character to make 3 persuasion saves against the target's level. Failed tests can be retried with a bribe. 2d6 high class level gold pieces. But on a 1, you insulted them and they attack. The target is a boss. Oh crap. With a high class level plus d3 with threatening troublemakers. Oh, he's gonna have friends with them. A reward, a gem, jewel, or curio, d8 times 10 gold pieces, and befriend the quest giver. It makes you wonder if we're ever gonna find Garen Holt. Keep getting on these sidetracks here. I mean, I guess I could turn down these quests, but this is so much fun. Okay, here it's telling me roll a d6 plus 6, where the quest condition table says 2d6. I guess it's close to being the same. So we roll a d6, and it's a 5 plus 6 is an 11. We are gonna go to a noble's mansion. Add your faction score to the quest roll. There's just one problem. Where the heck is a noble's mansion at, man? I haven't encountered one of those. Okay, now I know how to find a noble's mansion. It's town tiles number 11 through 16. So whenever I start exploring the rest of these tiles here, if I roll 11 through 16, that will be the noble mansion. Man, I'm learning another thing about these treacheries of the troublesome towns. You're gonna need to have a 3x5 card or something and write down some of these quests, because you just start to get messengers kind of handing you these notes from certain people. You gotta write it down to keep track. So yeah, there's a lot, like I said, a lot going on here, man. It is fun though, it really is. So Fennick brushes away the messenger on that one and says, okay, leave us alone, get out of here. And they are back to focusing on finding this dude that they're gonna try to pickpocket or something for this goblin pirate. So they entered into the tavern here, back at home base pretty much. Oh, my paper's all peeling up. They're in that tavern. Stay in there. Anyways, that's the only other building that has 6 squares. So let's find out. We get to add a +1 here to this roll. Okay, we needed a 10 plus, and we rolled, rolled a 6 plus 1, 7. Nothing. Group approaches Irv, the owner of the Frog and Candle, and asked him if he's seen any suspicious kind of people or person in his tavern, and he just shook his head no, and busy as usual, and moves on to serve one of his patrons. Okay, now that means we're gonna have to go back here, move on and try to find Garen, because that's the whole point, try and find Garen, their quest giver. We keep getting other people's quests. So, and we'll start and make our way around to find another tile. Oh, wait, that's why I do a journal here. That 3-headed flamingo is in this building here. This is the guard post. So that's a 6-space building here. So we can head over here and try our luck again, and we'll be rolling at a +2. I am going to move us over there. I know there's another question mark there in front of the door. Oh. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I should make that an exception in my game, because this will be the third time encountering that random icon. I don't know, kind of get tiresome in a way, and plus a lot of times they end up with a special quest or whatever. I guess I could just do it and see what happens, and if I don't like it, just move on, right? My game, huh? Right. We will roll on the random icon table again. Okay, rolling a 2d6. Rolled a 2. Hatch icon. It is protected by a random trap? What the heck? Okay, reading up on the hatch icons here. It says locked or not on a d6 roll of 1 to 4, hatches will be trapped, but only if open from the Undercity. Well, we're not coming up from the Undercity, so hatches in a street, that's where we're at, will only be locked on a d6 roll of 1 to 3. I think I'm gonna skip that one. It's not saying that I have to do it. I don't want to go into the Undercity right now. I'm having troubles up above ground right now, so I'll just roll for the heck of it. It said d6 roll 1 to 3. Okay, it's a 4, so it would be a trap, but only open from the Undercity, so that doesn't count. Yeah, we'll just move on. Okay, we're moving on, and that star, which was actually, I believe we encountered, was a beggar. So we'll just go ahead and move from there and get to the guard post door right there. Now, I decided to keep track of the ticks, T-I-C-K-S, and we have a murderer score of 1 because we slaughtered a lot of these guards in the last episode. So it says here, when we need to roll a d6 and compare it with the highest of your murder score, which is 1. If the result is equal to or over the number of ticks, the guards don't recognize the party. Roll for their reactions normally. Don't have to roll because we're at a 1. I mean, if I roll a 1, it doesn't matter. They don't know. So obviously they got a whole new guard post in there or whatever, and they don't know who we are. They walk inside the guard post, and they're being, being nice and all that, and they were just, they wave at the guards, and they were just, and Fennick looks at them, just greets them, and just asks them if they've noticed any suspicious character or characters in town. And the guards kind of chuckled at that, and they were kind of like, well, you guys look suspicious. Okay, we're going to roll a 2d6, and we get a +2 on the roll this time. And we got to get a 10 or higher. I'm kind of curious, a little nervous about looking for a character in this guard post, because I wonder if the guards will turn against us too. Like I said, we got one point of keyword murderer, so let's do it. Roll 2d6. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Of course, we failed again, so no worries at all. I'm actually kind of relieved on that roll because I didn't want to deal with that complication of guards and finding the dude in there, how that would work out. We'd be outnumbered for sure. And they go back outside and they say, y'all have a good day and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to head this way back to the new tile here. We have a T-, 3 T-. Those are traps. They're trap icons. The BU up here, I believe that's the bully icon, and we already encountered the P icon. That's your pickpocket. I am going to take my chances with the bullies. Fennick looks out there and he's like, what's going on up here, man? What's this commotion up here? Okay, let's see what kind of bullies they encounter. It says roll on the threatening troublemakers table. Ah, it's a D8 roll. And we roll a 4. Roll on the NPC Restless Rabble table. Okay, it's the table on page 109, and it's a D8 roll, and we rolled a 4 again. D6 plus 2 high class level Malodorous Mountaineers. They are level 3 minions, a morale of -1, treasure, furs worth D6 gold piece each. Outdoors, they surprise on a D8 rolls. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. A 1 to 5. Well, they do surprise us. Groups of 12 or more are led by an ogrel. That's a ogre / troll. Ah, crap, Fennick, what'd you get us into? We need to roll a D6 plus 2 HCL to see how many mountaineers there are. Now, when it's like this, when it says 2 HCL, that is 2 multiply your high class level. Well, the highest class level is 4, so 2 multiplied 4 is 8. So D6 plus 8. We go ahead and roll. Oh gosh. 6 plus 8, 14. We got 14 Mountaineer dudes. Okay, and since there's over 12 thugs, I keep calling them thugs, but mountaineers, that means they are led by an augural. This is not cool. An augural is not some dude to mess around with.